All right, all right. Hello, everyone, and now, I'm back. I'm back. I took a little bit of a vacation, and I'm still on a bit of a vacation as the game is getting underway. This game is going to be between Chanji and Inspired. Let's go ahead and break things down in this matchup. This game taking place here on Shallow Grave. Chanji spawning as the teal orc on the bottom right-hand side of the map. Meanwhile, Inspired spawning as the red human on the top left. Game already getting underway here, and just so you guys know, there was a recent patch, and I ended up trying to launch the game without downloading the patch. Hopefully, it doesn't break anything. I think if I actually downloaded the patch, I'm not sure if this replay would work. Hence the shenanigans in trying to hide everything here. Anyways, this is a human versus an orc matchup as things are getting underway. We are looking at most likely quick Farseer into Headhunters in this matchup, going up against perhaps an Archmage and some early Footmen. That Farseer should be able to summon up those Spirit Wolves, bring out those Headhunters fairly fast, and put in a lot of pressure. One thing to note, my overlay is not currently working. Apparently, this patch is pretty recent, and things may or may not be working based on all of these patch changes. So it will be a couple of days before the community catches up with Blizzard, but I am inspired and want to see more of these changes by Blizzard as long as they have a good a good feeling for what changes are necessary and what are not necessary. Second Orc Burrow placed down by Chanji, indicating that he will be cranking out some more Headhunters before that tech to tier 2. Meanwhile, we are looking at an Archmage popping on out here, Militia now being called over, and we should be clearing out these creep camps here. Forest Troll Warlord may take a lot of damage here. There summons up a Water Elemental, and now going to try and go straight after that Forest Troll High Priest, who does have medium armor, and takes extra damage from those militia. Water Elemental purposely tried to lose aggro. I don't think it actually did. Forest Troll Shadow Priest abolish magic onto the Forest Troll Warlord, greatly reducing the amount of damage it is dealing, and also reducing the amount of damage it can take. Potion of Greater Mana picked up, and we are going to be seeing a level 2 Archmage. Back down to the south side here, Farseer picks up a Gloves of Haste and is slowly building up his army. And with those Gloves of Haste, a Grunt and a Headhunter should have no problems easily clearing out some of these creep camps. Archmage across here, that Forest Troll Shadow Priest, incredibly important with those abolished magics, as we know Spirit Wolves are going to be a very big target here. Whether or not that Forest Troll Shadow Priest should actually be staying inside the base here, or perhaps just trying to keep a little bit of distance. I'm going to see that abolish magic there. Yes, getting that little bit of experience as the units are retreating back. Forest Troll Shadow Priest should have stayed close to the Archmage, though. That Brilliance aura is incredibly important, as we are now looking at that Forest Troll Shadow Priest actually caught in a rather tough spot. Archmage may get taken down by the Farseer. Is that going to give level 2? Yes, it does, as the Forest Troll Shadow Priest still looking to back away. Sentry Ward is going to get picked up by the Farseer. No, double backing around, finally picking it up there as the Archmage tries to find that Forest Troll Shadow Priest. And, is it going to be able to do enough there? There's another abolish magic there as the Forest Troll Shadow Priest does take down 2 Spirit Wolves, but may end up getting taken down by a Spirit Wolf as well. Archmage getting up to level 3 will be dropping level 2 Water Elementals now, and perhaps with that Potion of Greater Mana, perhaps trying to do a little bit of a timing push, as the Farseer may end up being low on mana after trying to summon up a little bit more. However, a Headhunter getting in harm's way there. I guess that Forest Troll Shadow Priest got trolled by that Headhunter, as the Farseer picks up, another Forest Troll Shadow Priest somehow. How was that done? All right, that Forest Troll Shadow Priest, now I'm not sure if there was a militia or something else there, but it was able to hire up that Forest Troll Shadow Priest. Meanwhile, coming back through, low hit point Footman, going to try and retreat back. Forest Troll Shadow Priest purposely trying to dodge or try to go after those Spirit Wolves. And now that Forest Troll Shadow Priest could be coming in with a little bit more heals as well. Dropping in a new Water Elemental. Forest Troll Shadow Priest, no, not abolishing those Spirit Wolves there, as the Archmage still sitting at level 3. A lot of ranged damage coming in from the Orc side with these Headhunters and the Forest Troll Berserkers. Meanwhile, the Archmage with that Brilliance Aura should be able to keep a decent amount of mana on that Forest Troll Shadow Priest, as Chanji is correctly not summoning up any Spirit Wolves, and we are now looking at a little at defend on the Footman of Inspired as well. Down to the south side here, Great Hall is already done. Great Hall is already done upgrading the Stronghold. We should be looking, yes, as a Tauren Chieftain, and Spiked Barricades is added. Meanwhile, back across in the center here, more damage going back and forth as the Grunts are absorbing quite a bit of damage. A lot of testing back and forth here as the Water Elemental is getting in a little bit of poke damage as we see a quick run by those Grunts. Chanji does have a sentry ward in the center portion of the map, courtesy of Inspired, as he did not pick them up earlier, but no real valuable information given as of yet. A little bit of a, misclick there. Chanji actually going into that neck of the woods as we're going to go into a little bit of an engagement. All right, Forest Troll Shadow Priest trying to back away. Damage already racking up there. Is he going to try to abolish magic some of those Spirit Wolves? Does get one Spirit Wolf, but before he himself gets taken down, as the Archmage now is on the far side. But remember, he does have that Potion of Greater Mana and should be able to drop in additional Water Elementals here. He's going to try and pop that Potion of Greater Mana here. That is the question. There are already 2 Water Elementals here trying to take down that Bestiary, as the Footman may not be able to do all that much, as there is a Stomp coming across already. One Footman now going to get taken down. No defend there. Not quite sure who got. Well, Tauren Chieftain did get a bit of experience, meaning that the Orc Burrow did not get the kill. Coming back around, Water Elemental still trying to get in a little bit of damage here, but will easily get cleaned up by the Farseer and surrounding units. Healing salves could be given to the Grunt there. Meanwhile, are we looking at Berserker Strength? No, not quite yet. We are getting up a Bestiary here, and a Spirit Lodge for those Shaman to try and purge down those Water Elementals. The Archmage, the effectiveness of the Archmage and that Potion of Greater Mana is going to greatly diminish and maybe transferred to the Mountain King by Inspired. Meanwhile, back onto the south side here, Chanji trying to get up a Bestiary, but it looks like it will end up getting denied once more. Footman could throw up Defend. No, not throwing up Defend there, as the Archmage gets into position. Once more, denying that Bestiary, forcing a cancellation, as we see a Purge now going down onto the Footman. Footman quickly throws up Defend here, now trying to fight back. Meanwhile, Water Elemental could easily burst down that Shaman down to 122 hit points, as the Footman with Defend ends up, not being able to walk away fast enough. More and more damage going down onto the Headhunter. Headhunter, 2 more shots. Stormbolt onto a Headhunter. That is going to get taken down. Meanwhile, where is the Tauren Chieftain? Tauren Chieftain is sitting at level 2 with Endurance Aura, as the Bestiary looking to get constructed once more. All right. Footman with Defend here. Shaman, Stormbolt focuses down a Shaman there. Meanwhile, Footman with Defend, while trying to reflect back a little bit of damage from that Forest Troll Berserker, as the Archmage is now chasing after units. Mountain King could have perhaps Stormbolted. We see a Purge onto a Water Elemental. Water Elemental gets taken down as Tauren Chieftain gets a little bit more experience. Footman now trying to retreat back. Stormbolt onto that Forest Troll Berserker. Forest Troll Berserker taking a little bit of damage here. Mountain King doesn't have enough for another Stormbolt yet. Even with the help, there's a Clarity Potion that's quickly going to get disrupted. Mountain King wants to launch another Stormbolt here, going to rack up a little bit of damage, and there's a Stormbolt, and we could see the death of that Forest Troll Berserker not denied, as the Mountain King now tries to retreat back away. Archmage heading off into a corner. Mountain King going to get split up here, going back every which way. There's a Stomp. Mountain King will end up getting taken down, but taken down by the Ogre Lord, and that was a big deny on experience there, as the creeps joined in on the battle and did Inspired a favor. Chanji looking at his supply count, 35 over 41 compared to 42 over 42. Priest, plenty of healing. Footman now looking to join in on the battle. There are also sorceresses as well, as we know a level 1 Mountain King will be back in the party in no time at all. Militia now also being called over. Water Elementals being dropped down to, offer in a little bit of additional damage and, a damage absorption. Back across here, Farseer now sitting at level 3. Not quite sure what that new other hero ability is going to be, as we're looking at a little bit of damage coming back on through. Mountain King back out at the party, quickly using a Clarity Potion to get back up to 150 mana. Will have enough for 2 Stormbolts, and now quickly placing down some Ivory Towers, and could pick up a Tome of Intelligence as well to up that mana to 255. Archmage just shy of level 4 now. Meanwhile, Farseer looking to well, send in support troops for the Tauren Chieftain to get to level 3. These are the Dire Wolves. They will be absorbing a little bit of damage. Tauren Chieftain also having Vampiric Aura here, regenerating some of that lost damage as the Farseer now comes back around. Tauren Chieftain very close to level 3 here. Should finish off this Forest Troll Warlord, take him down, get to level 3, and picks up a Potion of Greater Mana himself. Level 2 Stomp also has that much larger radius, should come in very handy to try and stun down these units until we are looking at more and more Spellbreakers joining in on the battle. We are setting up an expansion by Inspired here. 1 Scout Tower, 1 Arcane Tower. Meanwhile, Mountain King gets up to level 3, Potion of Greater Mana, and an Ankh of Reincarnation. We're going to have plenty of Stormbolts coming out from that Mountain King, or perhaps even Thunderclaps. Time will tell there as we see a quick ensnare go down here. Footman actually just, well, trying to reflect back a little bit of damage, but not going to do very much at all. Quickly gets cleaned up there. Meanwhile, we're looking at the Archmage, very close to level 4. Cloak of Shadows picked up by the Mountain King here. Theirs should be level 4, at now level 2 Brilliance Aura for that Mountain King. And that is going to be absolutely huge. Level 2 Brilliance Aura on those priests until there's Shockwave to really put some pressing damage there. I'm going to see a Stormbolt here. Tauren Chieftain going to try to come across, perhaps get a Stomp in. Footman with the Fen. Kotobi's going to try and chomp down on a meal. There is a big Thunderclap followed by a Stomp. More damage from Thunderclap, obviously. But who's going to get some departing kills as we see another Thunderclap there? But the Raider ends up staying alive with the help of a Scroll of Healing. Both sides running up on 2 bases here. Where's that Mountain King going? Mountain King is running all the way to the shop here. Priest wants to heal up that Mountain King. Mountain King goes, no thank you, selling up that Cloak of Shadows and, well, repositioning a couple of items now. All right, what, did he buy something else? I don't see anything that he had purchased. Up to 300 or 400 mana now, and trying to, well, line up those consumable items how he wants. Tauren Chieftain is at level 3. It is level 2 Stomp as we expected. Meanwhile, Mountain King now going to make its way over. A big Shockwave across that back line there. There goes a creep already with no front line. Those casters were in a grave position. Inspired, perhaps just a little bit upset there. Not quite sure what he said, but yeah, losing a Sorceress to creeps at the initiate level because it doesn't have any of those bonus hit points. Meanwhile, off on the other side of the map, Tauren Chieftain is sitting at level 4. Wind Riders are out on the battlefield. Farseer sitting at level 3. Has Claws of Attack plus 9 for a little bit of bonus range damage. And now with the Tauren Chieftain and that Endurance Aura, those units are just attacking faster and faster. Mountain King hoping to get to level 4 here. Finishing off these Forest Troll Berserkers should be just a little bit shy. Not sure if the Archmage took any of that experience. Tome of Knowledge, being left behind. That is a big item to be left there, as we all know how important Circlet of Nobilities are. Tome of Knowledge is half of that and doesn't take up an item slot. Coming back through here, we are still at Stronghold. We can see those spiked barricades here, but we do not have the War Mill upgrades yet. And that means these Orc Burrows are going to be, well, easy to take down. Scroll of Town Portal quickly exchanging both sides. Are we going to see a Thunderclap? There we are. Level 4 on the Mountain King. Priest gets taken down as well, but a little bit of slowness damage coming back across. Is Chanji going to make up for that little bit of the reinforced defense's mistake by setting up some now, as the Footmen are trying to shut down this Great Hall, but it doesn't look like it will be enough since the, well, Orc army is here to try and stop this. We are looking at War Mill and, well, 56 over 61 supply compared to 60 over 72. Footmen getting cleaned up here. Archmage now wandering over. We do have Unholy Aura as an item. Potion of Greater Mana has been transferred to the Mountain King as thought. Ankh of Reincarnation now on the Archmage, as the Archmage ready to head back out onto the battlefield if it ever falls. No sign of tech to tier 3. We do see a workshop now getting constructed. Perhaps the workshop is in order to, well, get some flying machines and deal with, there's a shockwave through the middle, and to deal with those Wind Riders. Ogre trying to make its way to that back line. Are we going to see a Thunderclap here? Ogre quickly gets taken down. item, Medallion of Courage, Strength and Intelligence, a perfect item for that Mountain King. More mana, more hit points, quick Stormbolt onto the Tauren Chieftain. Are we going to see a follow-up Thunderclap? Yes, we are. Stomp now coming back around here as the Mountain King could be in a little bit of trouble. Does have a Potion of Lesser Invulnerability. Level 4 now on the Farseer as the Chain Lightning bounces around to hit multiple casters. All right, more engagement getting underway. Stormbolt onto a Kodo Beast. Kodo Beast could easily get cleaned up here. Mountain King going to get and try to get in front of it. Is it going to end up getting taken down? Mountain King comes across with a Thunderclap right there. Still has a Potion of Lesser Invulnerability. Uses it in time now as both sides are fighting underway. Mountain King gets the Stormbolt, gets a Thunderclap up with that Potion of Greater Mana. Both sides fighting their way through. Tauren Chieftain or Mountain King could be in trouble. Down to 172 hit points. Ankh of Reincarnation was transferred, and he's going to end up, well, coming back again. Meanwhile, the Mountain King, is it going to come back? How much mana is it going to have? I don't remember how much. It is at 134. Comes across with a Stomp or a Thunderclap as the Tauren Chieftain uses a Potion of Lesser Invulnerability in time as well. Both sides exchanging blows. Tauren Chieftain, is it going to get cleaned up here? Who's going to end up dying first? Mountain King and Tauren Chieftain both end up falling as the Kodo Beast now trying to retreat back. Tome of Intelligence +2 picked up here as there's a little bit of chase. A surround using Spellbreakers onto a Grunt. Grunt no longer surrounded as the Kodo Beast is now in the belly here. Archmage still trying to give a little bit of chase onto that Kodo Beast. Kodo Beast is slowed. Are we going to see another slow as the Purge now going down here? All right, there's a surround. Kodo Beast down to 683 hit points. A couple of the spells going back across, trying to finish it off before the Kodo Beast finishes digesting its meal. Purge onto the Water Elementals as a Scroll of Town Portal now trying to retreat back. One Spellbreaker about to fall. It gets taken down a second before the Scroll of Town Portal whisks everyone away. Chanji currently operating on 2 bases as well. There are these corner bases to clear up. Forest Troll Berserkers left there. Whoever wants to take a corner base can easily clear out the remaining creep camps, remaining creep camp on the top right, or just set up a base on the bottom left as that has been cleared up already. All right, Mountain King. Clarity Potion could be used here. Our Mountain King, is he going to try and engage transferring some items as well? Unholy Aura, there's that Clarity Potion. Spellbreakers coming back around. Mountain King just trying to regenerate hit points or regenerate mana without getting attacked here. And the more mana it has, well, the better we know that Mountain King is. All right. More cleaning up here. Tauren Chieftain nearly at level 5. Farseer not too far away here. I believe the Tauren Chieftain will get there. Yes, pretty much on the money. 1,400 on the dot. Meanwhile, off to the north here, Mountain King sitting at level 4, continuing to engage once again. All right, both sides still fighting once more. Mountain King going to perhaps come back around, clean up the last of these kobolds. Creep camps or Archmage looking to pick up a Potion of Lesser Invulnerability and a Scroll of Healing. That little bit of additional economy helping out there, as that's about, 1,500 gold difference mined total between the two. Mountain King picking up another Tome of Intelligence +2, up to 405. 405 mana on that Mountain King should be able to get down plenty of Stormbolts and Thunderclaps. The big question will be, what will that level 3 what will the level 3 skill be? Level 3 Thunder or Stormbolt or level 3 Thunderclap? Coming back around, Tauren Chieftain should be the one losing mana, but no, Arcane Tower not focusing on him. That is a lot of lost opportunity for Inspire to really minimize the amount of damage that Tauren Chieftain is going to deal. Meanwhile, are we going to perhaps land a Stormbolt there? There is a Lightning Shield on that Grunt. The Grunt actually causing a little bit of problems. The Water Elemental being invisible, blocking a bit of traffic there. That was actually a bit funny, as a slow-moving Water Elemental causing all of these Orc units, even with the Scroll of Speed, to not be able to catch up to their target. Archmage, level 5. Mountain King sitting at level 4, going up against a level 5 Tauren Chieftain. Level 4 Farseer. Flying machines are overhead. Do spot this Tauren Chieftain. And are we just going to see a Thunderclap? Yes, we are. Tauren Chieftain, well, not quite sure what to do, as it is going to end up getting surrounded by Spellbreakers, now being forced to use a Potion of Lesser Invulnerability. Mountain King could turn back around and snare onto the Archmage. Archmage down to 400 hit points already. Stomp not in time, as the Archmage used a Scroll of Town Portal in time there in order to whisk himself away. Kodo Beast do not have anything in its belly. So Chanji did not come out better in that particular battle, short of a Scroll of Town Portal being burned. 70 over 82 supply there. Yeah, big missed opportunity by Inspired using that Arcane Tower to drain mana off of that Tauren Chieftain. It would have been a big, big deal. One less stomp, perhaps, things of that nature, a little bit more damage. That battle could have gone very differently. Coming back around, Tauren Chieftain knows that he cannot use the invisibility potion trick from the shop in order to land a surprise stomp, as those flying machines are doing exactly what they're supposed to do, scouting out and scouting things out. All right. There's a Thunderclap there. That Thunderclap didn't really reach very far, only hit one unit. Rogue Wizard in the back there. More bolts coming back around. Mountain King should be able to get to level 5 as it picks up a healing ward here and gets to level 5 as well. Tome of Agility +2, apparently not worth it. Well, definitely always worth it. They're attacking a little bit faster, getting a little bit more armor. But, well, pro players just be like that. Coming back around, are we going to see this expansion perhaps get pressured in? No, still no reinforced defenses on those Orc burrows or any future towers, as the Mountain King does have invisibility. Stormbolt onto the Tauren Chieftain already. Are we going to see a Thunderclap? Yes, we do. Big Thunderclap going across all of those units as the Water Elemental trying to split away gets quickly purged down. Both sides continuing to fight. There's a Stomp, only hitting one Sorceress there as, well, the healing were quickly going to get cleaned up. A big Thunderclap going across the center portion again. A quick Scroll of Healing to try and counteract as the Mountain King continuing the fight. Does have a Potion of Invulnerability. There's another Thunderclap there. Potion of Invulnerability being used. Mountain King also using the Potion of Mana. Should be able to get off another Thunderclap here in just a moment. There's a Stormbolt onto the Tauren Chieftain. Tauren Chieftain now could end up getting surrounded, getting slowed down. Mountain King still trying to make its way back over. Not you going for Thunderclaps instead of using Stormbolts instead to try and shut down that Tauren Chieftain. All right, there goes another, well, Stormbolt and a Thunderclap. There's so many slowed units. This is a perfect fight for Inspired to turn things back around and take down all of these slowed units here. Meanwhile, Inspired does have a healing ward off to the north here, trying to split things around. Mountain King still doesn't have enough mana to really stick around, as we are looking at a Potion of Healing transferred to the Mountain King now. Mountain King trying to fight back around here. So many low hit point grunts. Kodo Beast trying to make its back around here, as we're still looking at quite a bit of damage. Mountain King without mana could have a little bit of problems. Meanwhile, Lightning Shield being applied to the Sorceresses here, as we see a Tauren Chieftain back out onto the battlefield. No Stormbolt, as we're looking at the engagement still coming back around here. Tauren Chieftain with that Endurance Aura should give plenty of additional life as a Scroll of Town Portal, a tactical retreat in order, as even though the entire Orc army is slowed, many of the human army is in a dangerous, precarious situation. All right, Clarity Potion, Scroll of Regeneration, Brilliance Aura, Archmage nearly at level 5. It is level 3 Brilliance Aura over level 3 Water Elementals, as the Archmage just needs a hair more experience to get to level 6. Repairs, well, we are looking at main gold mines have run out of gold. 69 supply going up against 76. Inspired definitely in the lead right now, going into level 2 weapons upgrades as well. Archmage could lead the charge here. There's some Shadow Wolves going to give level 6. Yes, it does. Archmage gets to level 6 with the help of a Shadow Wolf, as the militia tries to see what is going on at this Forest Troll Berserker creep camp after the main creeps have been cleared out. And, well, it's just going to see a short life there. No, able to back away as a Water Elemental, able to, keep or pull away that aggro. Mountain King sitting at level 5, Potion of Invulnerability. You can see that health regeneration on that strength-based hero, very high indeed. And coupled with that, Brilliance or a mana regeneration, very high as well. Not quite sure. The mana is actually regenerating faster than the hit points, as the Mountain King could be making its way down south here. Water Elemental, good use of invisible summons to keep track of units as the Spellbreakers are coming in from behind, perhaps able to get a little bit or affect a little bit of damage here. Kobe is going to come back around. Meanwhile, Shadow Wolves are here to try and take down some of these peasants again. Meanwhile, these peasants are going to get cleaned up here. Mass teleport, going to go ahead and teleport away. And is it going to teleport away into the base here? And this is just going to be free pickings on all of these orc burrows. Orc burrow number 1 taken down. Orc burrow number 2 could get taken down as well. Mountain King could try and hold the door here, so to speak, and block positioning, as the Tauren Chieftain is not going to be able to make its way inside. There goes a Thunderclap revealing its spot and racking up a little bit of damage as well. All right, that mass teleportation trick and the water elemental blocking the other side. Mountain King able to completely block out his opponent in this spot and finish off all of these orc burrows. Reinforced defenses would have been huge. Chanji sitting at 69 over 42 supply right now, losing pretty much every single one of his orc burrows. And the Mountain King just in a beautiful, beautiful spot constantly. The mages actually dealing bonus damage to those orc burrows because of that heavy armor. All right. Inspired, capitalizing on a missed upgrade by Chanji, and then with a brilliant play using invisible summons to block out his opponent. All right. Without any additional orc burrows, any unit killed is a unit that cannot be retrained, as he is supply blocked. Inspired just playing a great game here, and knows that he just needs to, well, teleport back and forth. And here we go off to the north, being everywhere at once. You can see a couple of fly machines off overhead there, as the peons are now trying to retreat back away. Voodoo Lounge going to get cleaned up as peons, well, Stormbolt straight up onto a Kodo Beast there, as we see a front door. Tauren Chieftain trying to make its way to the back, does get a couple of priests and some sorceresses, but that's about it, as we now see a scroll of Town Portal in order to exit. Peons, well, trying to repair this great hall here, 60 over 22 supply, and Chanji without a Voodoo Lounge and with an upside down on supply, unable to spend any of his gold. All right, he is in a tough spot. He is sitting on mountains of gold right now, or will be sitting on mountains of gold with no way to spend it. Talk about first world problems, having money and not knowing how you can use it, as Chanji, well, now trying to build up a Voodoo Lounge to at least get some healing salves and clarity potions. Coming back on the bottom left-hand side, we still have 6 minutes of, or 5.5 minutes of mining left at the expansion of Inspired. Can Inspired find a way to close out this game? That is the question here. Mountain King now going to make his way over. Shadow Wolves once again trying to clean things up. We're going to see a big thunder. No, yeah, one clap there, and then a mass teleport to head back out, as Militia are looking to head to this gold mine here. All right. Tauren Chieftain, Farseer, level 5. Tauren Chieftain, perhaps there was a retraining here. Invisible summons, still, well, acting as a beacon, literally, to bring in the entire human army. Archmage, still regenerating quite a bit of mana. Mountain King has a potion of mana here. You can see Water Elemental is going to be able to finish off that peon. One more shot to do it, and no, not going to be able to, as 2 quick purges finish it off. Kodo Beast are nearby, quickly spot those flying machines, as this one flying machine looks to back away. Inspired, taking his time now. Oh, actually, I'm not going to be able to mine any longer. You can see that the Dire Wolves had made the expansion inoperable, as they're constantly diving into that spot. As long as Inspired does not make a tragic mistake, he will be okay. Inspired could also get Arcane Sentry for those wolves. Arcane Sentry to deal with those wolves, be able to get in a couple of quick attacks before they start engaging. And that would help out. All right, here we go. Thunderclap into the Orc army. Both sides fighting their way through. Quick scroll of healing, I believe. Mountain King now trying to back away. Are we going to see another Thunderclap? Mountain King does have a potion of lesser invulnerability. He's currently stunned. A Chain Lightning. And now there's a Thunderclap there. Tauren Chieftain now in the back line spot. Level 6 on the Mountain King. Mountain King now going into the Avatar mode. Is immune to magic, but now low on mana, as the Tauren Chieftain gets up to level 6 as well. Level 6 Tauren Chieftain versus level 6 avatar, that is going to be a big problem as we see a Stormbolt or a Stomp and Stormbolt now go down. Invisibility onto the Sorceress. Tauren Chieftain, even if it gets taken down, will just get back up again. Do you really want to deal with a full hit point and full mana Tauren Chieftain again, as we now see level 6 on the Farseer? Chanji is making a big effort to try and finish things off, challenging his opponent to try and deal with this Tauren Chieftain, who is constantly just fighting with completely reckless since he knows he can get back into this game. Big Thunderclap, however, slowing down much of the Orc army, and that is Inspired's reaction right now. If he can get in enough damage across the rest of the Orc army, he can deal with the Tauren Chieftain and the Farseer a bit later. Kodo Beast, however, have Spellbreakers in their belly. Mountain King still trying to fight their way through. There's a Stormbolt trying to reversal of fortune, one of those units, as the Mountain King now tries to retreat back. Tauren Chieftain still playing a very interesting game here. Archmage can finish off more of those grunts. Level 6 on the Archmage, still wandering around here. Invisibility on the Archmage, drops another Water Elemental as both sides are fighting their way through. Shamans have been purging down all of those water elementals so quickly, as we now see a mass teleport. Anka Reincarnation now quickly being used. Another grunt getting taken down as the Tauren Chieftain is back. All right. Archmage, sitting with Brilliance Aura. Mining is happening for Inspired on the top right and at his expansion. Ever so slightly, not much gold left there. Meanwhile, Farseer is buying more scrolls of healing. There is not, down to 43 gold. Peons are trying to mine back here. There's only one peon out here and one peon trying to build up Orc burrows, as a Kodo Beast is slowly digesting Spellbreaker there. Supply count, 38 supply going up against 60, but this game still feels closer than it ought to be, as the Flying Machine quickly reveals that dire wolf there. All right, more mining happening. There is mining happening on the top right as well. This dire wolf, this spirit, is going to spot it out and, try to get in a couple of attacks, but unless it gets incredibly lucky with those critical strikes, not going to be able to do very much. Archmage still wandering around the map here, sitting at level 6. Maybe want to buy another Scroll of Town Portal just in case. Is that what he did? Yes, Scroll of Town Portal as an emergency get out of jail free card. Meanwhile, the Tauren Chieftain's Reincarnation does have a very long cooldown. It is a 5-minute cooldown. And remember that Tauren Chieftain was taken down earlier, so there is actually reason to try to dive in on that there. No arcane towers here or guard towers. Mass teleport now going to go inbound here. Are we going to see a reveal? Yes, we are, and a quick dispel magic there to go ahead and finish them off. Meanwhile, Tauren Chieftain says, you know what, if you teleported off to the north, that means you are not at the west side, which means I can go ahead and clear it up. Archmage making its way down, saying, if you're at the west side, I'm going to go to the east side and clean this up before you get it up and running too. All right, one Orc burrow easily going to get finished off again, as there still is no reinforced defenses underway. Sorceresses and Priests quickly finish it off. There goes another peon there, and this is going to turn into a base trade here, as there are Priest and Water Elementals. There's some Dispel Magic. One more Dispel Magic should finish it off. Just a little bit of damage here. Water Elemental just getting in that damage. There goes one. There goes the other, as the Water Elemental able to handle that quite easily. Peon. Oh, Mountain King not realizing he didn't have level 3 Stormbolt. Needs to go back and finish the job. There it goes. Finally uses 2 level 2 Stormbolts to kill that peon. Mining still happening off to the north here. One Water Elemental, one Flying Machine dealing with those wolves. Meanwhile, are we going to look at a Scroll of Town Portal or Mass Teleport? No, we are not. That is going to be the game, as Chanji loses to Inspired. For some reason, the score screen is not coming up. A beautiful game by Inspired, playing some, inspirational human, using Invisible Mountain King in order to, and Water Elementals to block out his opponent. Chanji not getting that reinforced defense upgrade, which allowed the Sorceresses and the Priests to really deal a lot more damage inside that base during that mass teleport, completely shutting down Chanji's ability to train up units. Once that happened, it's like a lion nipping the tendon on its prey. He knew that it wouldn't be able to get away easily, and it was a slow death. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Hope you guys enjoyed it.